afternoon. Yes. Gorgeous. Okay, we start meditation class. Um, some of you are new here today, so I would like to share about the Buddhism a little bit. Most of you are always have experience about Buddhism. So Buddhism is one of the religion. Actually, I don't have knowledge about the other religions, but what I heard is the all the religions have love. They practice love. They practice compassion. So Buddhists also practice compassion and love. Of course, there are different views. They believe different God, maybe. And the Buddhist does not believe God particularly, but Buddhist respect to the God. So whether we are Buddhist or not, the principle of our plan is to change our motivation. So the beginning of this meditation, we are going to start generate bodhicitta. Bodhicitta means love. So love is so important. Whether we love one person or one more people or other animals, the benefit of love is we receive great benefits. That is key to open our mind. So love is so important. We have to love between the friends, and we'll have to love other animals. Even though we are going to love our enemies, someone who destroyed your life or your money or your any situations, we give back them love. So this is the best way to improve our love. This is also best way to learn about the love. When we improve our love, at that moment our mind is getting wide and wide, and then other kind of the angry emotion and jealous, those feelings cannot challenge in our life. Otherwise, we stay alone in self room. We close the door, close the windows, but still uncomfortable in our mind. We did not hear any harsh words. We did not hear any criticize from others, but still we are uncomfortable in our room because the jealous, because of the angry emotion, because of other afflictive emotions makes unhappy and sufferings. So love is so important for this life. And also this meditation class training the mind. So this mind is like a guest. So our body is a guest house. So right now our mind rent this body. After left this body, and then our mind go to the next life. At that moment, perhaps we can go to the stage of Buddha, but without love, then this meditation cannot lead us to the Buddha stage. So if we have bodhicitta and love with this meditation, then this meditation can lead us. Or please sit on the chair or everywhere, everywhere, wherever you like, on the chair or. So we all need a benefit, right? Everybody need a benefit. So we have wisdom. We use our wisdom and take that benefit. So this is so important. And we are here. Some of you are new face. It doesn't matter. Due to our great karma, we're getting together here to practice. So I rejoice about this opportunity and so welcome here. And then we start to meditate. Basically, I often say that meditation is the medicine of our mind. Due to the different thoughts, we have different sufferings. We have different tensions. So due to the meditation, then our mind recovered from the thoughts, different thoughts. When we recovered from different thoughts, then the nature of our mind works with our life. Then this life is happy life. This life will be happy life. So whenever we have suffering or different tensions in our mind, we start to meditate. Start to meditate. That is so important. So then, now this method of this meditation is we collect our attentions. We should become attentive. That means we focus with one object. Usually our mind goes through the eyes, ears, nose, and body, soul. So then different sins pick up different things, and then they send message in our mind, and then mind created extra things. So that's where there are lots of uncomfortable feelings. But now we collected all the attentions with one object, and we focus on that single object, and then we just stay there. That makes more relax. And then beginning of our meditation, we are going to be relaxed. Physically, actually, you are stay comfortably. Yeah, you keep going like that. But some of you a little bit hurts your knees and your back and so on. Please, you adjust during the meditation. But you be careful next to your person. Okay, your friend. This period is so important. This period is so important for you, and of course, similar, it is so important next person. So that's where when you adjust your postures carefully, you do, but you don't how to say you adjust. It's no problem. If you are a little bit difficult, you stand up and you sit on the chair, or maybe you little bit stand up and you quietly and then sit down. This also will help. But this period is not longer, so anyway, and then our mind is like a water. The thoughts are like a dirt in the water. So this water and dirt put together and we shake that, then what happened? This water became becomes this water became impure water. In this water has some dirt. We just left that. This dirt does not go out of this water, but this dirt just go down. Similar, in our mind has thought always. So we think, oh, I am going to separate my thoughts and mind. It's impossible right now. Impossible. Also, it's no need. It is unnecessary. But what we need is we try to be relax our thoughts in our mind. That means we just relax. Just relax a little bit. Then our mind is getting clear a little bit. Then we start to meditate. So please, everybody, gently close your eyes. And start to relax. Okay, so during the meditation, actually we have no more time. We have only 40 minutes right now. But at that moment, still we are going to practice short and do more. I often say short and sweet, not longer and space. So short and sweet. This instruction is not my idea. This instruction is I bring from the Buddha's teaching and after the master's teachings. So if we do each period, each section we do longer, then we are easily getting tired. And then we lost interest in enthusiasms. That is not a good idea. So the short and do more, that's so important. Okay? That is when you go back at your home, you start with short period. And now we are going to focus our breath. Everybody has breath, so you have no excuse. Oh, I can't see. Excuse me. You can't say. Everybody has breath, but this breath does not allow to breathe out through your mouth. Only from nostrils. Nostrils for what? Nostrils are for breathing out and breathing in. So now we are going to start to use that. So here, most of meditators, masters says that when we start the breathe, for example, breathing out, breathe in and breathing out, 1. Breathing in and breathing out, 2, like that. 10, we count 10. During you start from number 1 to 10, if you continuously can count purely, then you are a great meditator. But right now we are training about that, right? So anyway, we start to count. For example, I start to count my breath. Breathing out and breathing in, or breathing in and breathing out, then 1, then 2, then 3, 4, 5. At 5, somebody knocked the door, and then I lost my mind there. After what I do, I have to do what I should do. After, it's okay, somebody knocked the door, I lost my mind over there, but I am not okay to continuously 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So start from number 1. Everybody understood? Oh, very good. So we try to reach number until number 10. Okay? Purely. And so let us start. Start breathing out and then breathe in, 1. Right? Okay. Okay. So I believe some of you reached on number 10. Some of you maybe may not be, but you don't give up. Uh, whether you are a great meditator, still sometimes due to the different situations, we lost our attention. It doesn't matter. But here, what we are, this is so important. When we meditate, we counting with our breath. Count breath, right? At that moment, the windy outside, still we heard that sound. So we cannot block our ears. So at that moment, we are going to be mindful. That means just understand. This is so important. During the meditation, any kind of thoughts arise from our mind. We just notice that. Just acknowledge, and then let them go. This is so important. It looks like a sound is like a easy, right? Maybe you think, oh, this is piece of cake. I already know. Maybe you think like that, but this is not a piece of cake, because they come, then we follow them, right? So we follow them, then they make lots of problems in our mind. Sometimes we our physically sit on the cushions, never move like that. Mind just go Chino Valley, Prescott, Phoenix, maybe around the world. Still we stay. Sometimes we sleep in, still get dreams. Still, so that means we are following the thoughts. Thoughts mislead us. So just let them go. Let them go. But understand, acknowledge is so important. For reason is, in the future you meditate on the Mahamudra, you have to know your thoughts. Because you need to know Dharmakaya. You means we need to know Dharmakaya. If we cannot acknowledge our thoughts are the Dharmakaya, we cannot become Buddha. So thoughts are not good things, but the nature of thought is Dharmakaya. Dharmakaya means some of these newcomers may never heard about the Dharmakaya. The Dharmakaya means beyond of suffering, beyond of colors, no shape, colors. So it is like a space, empty space. So there is a bliss, there is a genuine happiness. So this is so important. Actually, the way of the Buddha Dharma, Buddhism, everything's are interdependent each others. Since we started this meditation, this method is so useful. When we are almost ready to become Buddha, still we have to use these methods. So we don't want to reject some part and we adapt new things, reject old things and adapt new things. Not like that. So these are so important. For that's way we have to acknowledge thoughts. Okay. Now we start again. Count breath. If some of you are very difficult to breath, count like a one, it's so difficult for you, then you just 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. You count around 20. Okay? And at that moment you just be alert. Be alert means any thoughts arise from your mind, just let you know. But you don't lost your counting. Ready? Please gently close your eyes and start to count breath. Okay. So meditation has two classifications. One is mindfulness, shamatha. Another is vipassana, analytical meditation. Some of you may already have, maybe already you have, maybe means I know some of you are great practitioners. So the you already have a great experience about mindfulness, and then this analytical meditation is so important, vipassana. So this analytical meditation. Right now we start from there. First we focus on breath, right? And then where comes from this breath? First you focus on your breath, and after then you start to research or analyze where comes from this breath? Yeah, some part you know easily because breath come and goes through your nostrils, but not only from the nostrils, maybe throat. Oh, this is not only from throat, and then you go down a little bit, lungs. Or then you go more deeper and deeper. So we analyze where it comes from. So who get this result? I will give a gift. Okay. Do you understand? Okay. So first you focus a little bit about your breath, and then you start. You don't want to analyze your head. Where is my head? Where's my hair? Where's my hands? You don't want to analyze. You analyze, oh, breath. My breath comes from my nostrils. Oh, not only from nostrils. Looks like somewhere. It comes from somewhere. You analyze. After I will ask you. Ready? Gently close your eyes and start. I will ask only three sanghas. Who knows? Where comes from your breath? Raise up a hand. Yeah. Lungs. Okay, thank you. Anyone else? space from outside or inside of the. Hmm. Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Where it comes from? Just your experience, right? You analyze. Maybe if two, still two more sanghas can answer. Plants. Uh-huh. Thank you. Anyone else? Where it comes? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, thank you. And anyone would? That's all right. So I asked five more sanghas in our group why there is different answers. Why? So Buddha always says emptiness and interdependence. It has a why? If real our breath is comes from one thing, then everybody can point it out. Everybody has brain, everybody has wisdom, even though everybody has self-experience, but different answers. That means actually breath has no one object. Breath has no cause. Breath does not come from only one object. For that reasons, there are different answers. All of answers are correct. So I have only one gift. So five answers correct. So now I have excuse, right? So I can't offer you this this gift. Uh, if four of you incorrect your answer, only one Sangha's answer is correct, then I can give. But five is correct, then I don't have. I already say only one gift, right? Just kidding, and thank you very much. You give me gift. It's helpful, really. And the little bit we have, we always, Ngati Rinpoche always taught us, and in the Dharma teachings, I have that. Most of breath is in abdomen. That means the downside of navel. So looks like that is the resource or cause of a breath. But you are right. This is just like a temporarily a place, a pretty important place. So we analyze breath, where it comes from. We have different answers. Similar, if we watch to our mind, then if I ask you, you have different answers. And after, if we focus on our suffering, then same like different. There are different answers. For that reasons, sufferings, breath, mind, they all emptiness. So Buddha always says emptiness. That is smart, right? So if this is not emptiness, then we can point it out, oh, this is that. But we cannot, because they are just interdependent, different objects together, and then we just label all this and that. Some people's sufferings are happiness for somebody. That means suffering is not truly exist. Whenever you have suffering in your mind, really you have to think like that. Oh, suffering is just I label. I label that suffering. Otherwise, suffering is not truly exist. If you know that, only this understanding can challenge that suffering. Right? Usually we think, oh, this suffering is truly exist, and I'm suffering because of that and this, those. Then somebody suicide. Somebody lost everything. So suffering is not truly exist. If we notice that, then suffering is just emptiness. So we well understood emptiness through the suffering. Buddha also he recognized the emptiness through the suffering because he taught four noble truths. Among them, first two truths are the suffering and the cause of suffering. For that reason, Buddha said, first we have to understand suffering. That means, oh, I'm suffering. It does not mean like that, right? That everybody knows, but the Buddha didn't teach that. But then Buddha said, first need to know suffering. That means kind of the suffering means emptiness, and due to the different objects gathering together, and it comes from. And sometimes we arise compassion from our mind. That moment we need to know suffering on the others. How we will know that? How we have to know that? Or somebody, he or she don't know suffering is not truly exist, but they think suffering is solidly exist. They never know suffering is a delusion. They never know suffering is illusion. That's where suffering makes suffer them. So that's where then we give them compassion. Buddha said that. Okay. Thank you very much. And then we have 5-10 more minutes. Then we are start to meditate again. So this is today, just in case, most of you who are stay on the chair, please, you just sit like that. And I would like to offer some method of 7 posture of our body. So then, if you are uncomfortable with your legs and so on, please, you just keep your own positions. Don't want to do that, okay? So among them, the body and mind, they are interdependent each others. So that's where first you have to cross your legs. And there is a two positions. One is a Vajra position. That Vajra position is actually your legs put on the like this one. But if you are difficult to do that, you just keep like a normal position. And then second one is very important thing is you have to straight your back or your spine. And this is when you do that, sometimes I also happen like that. Sometimes many things. Sometimes inside too much like that. Sometimes behind, outside. That's both not okay. Just straight like this. And then softly, not for strongly. Otherwise, after meditate, you are tired. So softly. That's wonderful. And then 2 hands. If you would like to put here, it's okay. But the way of the Buddha's position is this left hand. In the left hand, put right hand and touch thumbs, and then you put on your lap. Then this most of us happened like that. These 2 arms, like I should, this we don't want to touch our body. Make a little bit of space like this. And then throat. The throat softly, little bit inside. Little bit inside, softly. And then your tongue touch to your palate, right? And then in this way, we are going to look our eyes through our nostril, tip of nostril, but not exactly on tip of nostril, through the tip of nostril, but softly. Don't open big eyes and don't close completely, and little bit open. and start again to focus our breath. Okay. The reason is some of you maybe already have these experiences. Some of you a little bit difficult to do this position, but imprinting is so important. In the Buddhism says pakcha. So the imprinting is so important. Right now we make virtues imprinting, then it has a great benefit through our body. And of course, I already mentioned it. If you have little difficult to keep these 7 postures, you don't worry. Still, you can meditate with your breath and with other objects. Okay. And when you focus, when you keep these 7 postures, you don't do like seriously. I mean, your face. Try to keep smile because it lead. That means in your mind has joy, in your mind has love, compassion. So for that reasons, you start that, and then looks like a very very good actually. When you go back at your home, by your meditate by yourselves, you learn that, you training that, and so that is so important. And then actually we have no more times. Otherwise we meditate about the 4 thoughts and other different mindfulness. It's so so nice because most of you come from the Prescott or Chino Valley, from little far away, not like me. I just come from Lama House to here. So uh, you have to bring back some benefit. Is you have only vacation like in the Saturday and Sunday, then you did not relax at your home, and you come here, you try to get some benefit. So that's where if I talk a bit more, maybe you get more things, and then you go back and you start to practice on there. Then maybe your wisdom, your understanding will acknowledge more Dharma knowledge, and then you can improve your meditation and so on. And then this is in the practice of Buddhism, we have three responsibilities. First responsibility is generate bodhicitta. That I already mentioned it. So bodhicitta between the, for example, this bodhicitta, since you are child, you have bodhicitta in your mind. Really, when you grow up, then you become bodhisattva. Actually, to become bodhisattva is not easy, but it is very possible. If it is impossible, then Buddha may not taught us like that, right? So you practice or training on bodhicitta. That's so important to become bodhisattva. Then second responsibility is the fundamental of practice, like a meditation or you recitation or so on. The last one is dedication. The benefit of a dedication is if we have money, if we just keep in our house, probably, then somebody come and they steal or something, or maybe due to different situations, it's very possible waste this money. But we put in the bank, always save that. Similar dedication save our virtues. Whenever we have virtues, we have merit. We have merit, this merit always we can use. Whether we become Buddha or Bodhisattvas or in the daily life, still we need merit. So without merit, it's so hard to successfully accomplish any kind of our plans and our job. So that's where we dedicate. Please, you motivate, I recite, okay? Jambar bawe jedaran jimba dan kunda zambo deyan deyen deda gunje jizo dalo jer gewan deda tamje rabdu ngo. Thank you very much.